This is Mohammed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're still in New York. There's a lot of gold around me, a lot of silverware, a lot of belts. George Kambosos Jr., unified, in some people's opinion, undisputed lightweight world champion. Just sum it up for me last night, George.
Yeah, very, very good win. You know, boxed very, very smart. Showed everything. Showed, like I said, I was going to do everything better than what he does. You know, outboxed him, out-muscled him, out-hustled him. You know, defensively so sharp, the speed, the precision. It was a very good win. But I showed a lot of heart too, you know, to get put down in round 10 with my silly mistake, come back and totally destroy him round 11 and 12. Shows the kind of champion I am. So good feeling. Got all the belts here, which is it's nice, but there's more to go now.
Absolutely. We'll talk about the fight in a bit, but every time I spoke to you, or every time I saw an interview with yourself, there was so much conviction in what you were saying about you were totally determined you were going to win this fight. The whole world was picking Teofimo. The only people that were backing yourself was you and your team and your family. Was there any ever doubt going into last night, George?
No, there was never no doubt. You know, I mean, like I said, the whole world could be against me. This was against all odds. But the most important person that had to believe, obviously my team believed, but the most important person was me to believe. And I believed that, you know, I would shock the world. I would win everything. You know, I would put on a masterclass performance. I mean, and that shows in anything in life you want to do. If you really believe in yourself and you back yourself and you know you put in the work. If I didn't put in the work, possibly I would not believe as much as I did. But I put in the work, you know, to win this fight and accomplish everything.
Of course, this fight was rescheduled numerous times. So during that kind of period of frustration, was it getting difficult to keep that belief, to keep the training going, to keep that mentality, to keep that war mentality going? Was there any periods where you started to think this just isn't going to happen?
No, I stayed focused no matter what. I kept my tunnel vision no matter what, and I kept chipping away every day, getting better and better, because I knew no matter what that I'll be fighting for these belts. Somewhere, sometime, I'll be fighting for these belts. Could have taken another year, and I would have still been zoned in. That's the kind of fighter I am. So, no, there was never not one day. Even on the passing of my grandfather 2 months ago and the birth of my third kid on the same day, I still trained. I still kept that tunnel vision. That's the kind of fighter I am. And to win this belt, so, you know, this is not won by luck. This is won, you know, behind the bright lights, you know, in the dark. Like I said, he was enjoying the bright lights, but I was in the dark, in the trenches, putting in the work.
Both of you extremely talented fighters. We saw that last night. How much was this down to mentality and what was going up inside here, George?
It was a war of attrition. You know what I mean? Win the battle, the small battles, and each round was a small battle. Round by round, round by round. And that's how this whole preparation was. You know, it took a long time to happen, so, you know, the most important thing was to, you know, win every day, be better every day, win every battle of when you're fighting yourself every day. And that's what I did. And in that rounds, you know, I did the same thing. I grinded away, I chipped away, I busted him up round by round. And, you know, we're here now. We got all the belts.
And you have done it the hard way, you know, going into Mickey Bay's hometown, going into Lee Selby's country, not hometown specifically, but country, and then coming into a ferocious Brooklyn atmosphere last night, a New Yorker fighting at MSG. You had your fans in there as well, but it was a hostile environment. You didn't seem fazed one bit though.
No, because I've been there before. I've been in these situations many times, and you know, when I walked in there, they booed me. They wanted my head on a platter. But when I stood on them ropes at the end of the fight with my blood pouring out of my eyes and my cheeks puffed up and bruised, they all clapped and applauded. And when the announcement was, you know, my way, which I won the fight, you know, they applauded. You know, and then his own people actually started booing him when he started saying some crazy delusional stuff. So I've been there before. You know, early in my career when I had some big fights in Australia, heavy underdog, you know, fans against me, booed me. But when I stepped inside them ropes and I showed the fighter I am, you know, by the time the fight was over, they stood and clapped. And that's what it's all about.
Talk to me about the first round. Did you expect Teofimo Lopez to start like that?
Yeah, I knew he was going to come out heavy, but I knew he was going to be open for a mistake. I knew he was going to come in, you know, and take that step too far, right into the firing line of my right hand. So I set him up beautifully. That was not a lucky shot. That was many months of setting that shot up, working on that shot. And if you go back on my social media and you see certain videos, and I will probably post a few videos that I had in the past from this training camp to show that shot, was timed perfectly to a T. Because we worked on it. We worked hard on the game plan. From my teams, from my coaches, we worked on the game plan non-stop, and I perfected it last night.
Have you watched it back yet?
I've watched bits and pieces. I haven't watched the full fight. I'm really excited to watch the full fight. I just really haven't had the time yet. It's been crazy, but I will sit down and watch the fight, probably with my whole team, and just go over it. And the kind of fighter I am, I'll pull my notepad out and see the good things that I've done and the bad things that I've done, and improve on them things. Even you become the undisputed champ of the world, but there's still more work to do.
Coming out of the fight, what was your gut feeling in terms of how many rounds you'd banked? Obviously, you had that 10-8 round opening up. Teo had that 10-8 round as well. How did you feel like the scorecards were going to be?
Yeah, 9-3. I thought my way with a knockdown as well. So I thought 9-3 somewhere there. He really only banked that round 10 and maybe a mid-round because I let him. I put my foot off the pedal. I got my composure a little bit. I lost my composure in that round. But 9-3, somewhere there, maybe even 10-2. The whole social media people are out there and scoring it very similar too. So, at the end of the day, victory by any means, like I said, that's what was the ultimate goal. Victory by any means.
When you were down, you seemed to recover pretty well. You stayed composed, but were you hurt, George?
No, I was just buzzed a little bit when he caught me with that shot. But again, it was my mistake. I made the mistake. So, got back up, and I said, you know what? I love this. Now we're in a real dogfight. Now I'm going to show you who I am, the fighter I am, the willpower I have, and I'm going to show you round 11 and 12 what I'm going to do to him. And I think that round 11 was probably one of my best rounds in the fight, and that round 12 I closed the show. So shows a testament to my conditioning and to the fighter I am today.
He can clearly pop. How many lightweights currently do you think could take his power? Because obviously you did.
Well, we saw Lomachenko, was very hesitant. I don't know, the shoulder was there, the injury, but was very hesitant. He put Commie, down. But, I've been sparring guys that are welterweights, junior middleweights. My great friend Manny Pacquiao had some really good words for me last night, and I've been in there with these guys. That's what they don't understand. People see the fights, but they don't see the hard sparring in the gyms. The Jose Ramirez, the Ray Beltrans, the Sergey Lipinets, back home, the Lenny Zapovignas. Here I had Arnold Gonzalez, who's a tough guy, so they don't see that. But these guys do, and I know inside me what I've had to go through in these gyms and to hold my own and show who I am. So, honestly, the power, there was nothing that really fazed me. He caught me with that one shot, but that was my mistake. Kind of the back of the head, kind of equilibrium shot, but it is what it is.
I think the main thing I heard coming out the garden last night, especially from American fight fans, was how elusive George Kambosos Jr. is. Is that something now that you feel like you're going to get the respect for that perhaps you didn't before? You were known as this tough, come-forward guy, relentless, but I think that's all you were kind of known for. Yeah,
I don't know why. I was known for just being this aggressive, kind of relentless guy. Yes, if I have to be, but I box, unbelievable too, and I showed it last night. For me to go outbox Lee Selby in his own hometown, who Selby's a superior boxer, showed my kind of boxing skills and what I bring to the table. So my defence, my slick movement, my footwork, my speed, my punches from different angles. There was a lot of good stuff there. A lot of flashes of the great Manny Pacquiao. The work that I've done with him, and it was a great win.
What's your feelings towards Teofimo Lopez now?
It is what it is. It's two hungry guys, wanting to win all the jewels, to be competitive, to keep that undefeated road, that way of confidence and that hunger that we have. But like I said, I was going to be better than him, in every step of the way. And it is what it is. If he wants to respect me, don't respect me, I came here for a job. It was never personal for me. And I completed the job. I got all the belts.
I will have to ask, in that DAZN interview, he said that he believed he won the fight 10 rounds to 2. What was your initial reaction when you heard that?
I think I went like that to him. I gave him the thumbs up. I said, okay. His own fans and the crowd was going off and booing at him. And, I said, man, you're delusional, bro. Either move up or, you might be a bit concussed. Something's wrong. So, the world saw it. I don't need to go over it. I had it 9-3, 10-2, whatever you want to have it. The world saw the fight, and I won the fight.
Obviously, you've seen Manny Pacquiao's post this morning. What did you think of that?
Yeah, it's an honour. I have so much respect for Manny, and You know, he said, I hope our sparring sessions, our hundreds of sparring sessions, helped you last night, and they did. You know, that's what people don't understand. When you're in there with a guy like that, you know, the Jeff Horn fight, the Matisse fight, the Adrian Broner fight, you know, trading leather day in, day out, learning the one percenters from a guy like that, you know, you become that next level, and that's what happened. You know, and I love Manny Pacquiao. He's a legend, and he said it. He said it back in 2018. He goes, "You will be world champion. You're ready to be champion right now." And I said, "My time's coming." Well, we got him all. We got him all, Manny.
You are the man at 135 now. You call the shots. Everyone is talking about what is next for you. You're sinking in this moment, enjoying this moment. But we know Devin Haney fights next week against Jojo Diaz. You open to that fight?
Yeah, 100%. You know, man, like I said, I'm here to fight the best of the best. You know, whoever the fans want to see, let's do it. But they got to come see me in Australia. I've had to earn my stripes. I've had to go into the backyards, you know, year after year, you know, fight after fight. 3, you know, champions in a row. It's unheard of. Mickey Bay in his backyard, Lee Sorb in his backyard, undisputed champion in his backyard in a hostile crowd. You know, busted him up. I deserve to have my homecoming fight back in Australia in front of 80,000 people, and I tell you now, we will fill out that stadium. It will be something very special. But you know, we're going to relax now. And like I said, I want to train, but they ain't going to let me train today. And you know, we're going to get better and better. You're going to see a better Ferocious when we step inside them ropes, you know, next year.
Just a shout out to the main man, Jim, your dad as well, and the journey you've been through. I think, apart from you, he was the most delighted man in that arena last night.
Yeah, look, we've been from day dot. You know, the first day we went to the gym, to a boxing gym. You know, who drove me to the gym? My father. You know, who was up there with me? My father. So, you know, he was a very, very happy man. You know, it's a good feeling. As much as I won these belts, he won tonight. He won last night as well. You know, but my whole team. You know, my coaches. You know, my manager Peter Khan. You know, Mike Basil, my cutman, done a great job. You know, Javier, Mick. We've got such a good team. Got the right people around us, and we've got no egos. We all have a place. You know, I mean, even my team in Australia, my performance trainers, you know, Ethos Performance, and you know, my physio that's here, you know, my nutrition team. Everybody has a right, you know, spot in the team, and they know what they're doing, and you know, we're here. And I got my wife here as well. You know, our kids back home, so everybody's got a spot, and you know, that's what gets me to that next level. And that's what helped me last night.
But wait, I bet your kids can't wait to see these belts.
Yeah, look, my daughter was so excited. She goes, "Bring back the belts. I want to hold them, but don't let brother hold them because he might drop and break them." And then I heard that she didn't want to watch the fight. She was just upset, and she could see Dad, you know, bleeding, and my little guy was there on the TV, was loving it. So I can't wait. I can't wait to go home and you know, let them enjoy, because at the end of the day, it's for them. You know, it's for them. It's these belts. You know, they're great. They're going to go in the cupboards. They're going to come out to show people. But you know, in the future, when they're older, they'll be able to say, "My dad went out there and became the undisputed champion. He won all the belts." You know, and they'll be able to go to school and tell their friends. So that's what it's about. I would have loved to have him here. We did have him here for Madison Square Garden when I fought in 2019. But the way the world is right now, it's just too hard.
Well, your kids' mates at school are all going to be talking about you. The whole world's talking about you. I'm sure you've seen maybe a couple of names this morning. I'm talking about Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson mentioning your name. You just got to get used to this now, George, eh? Yeah,
well, like I said, the hunter becomes the hunted. And like I said on the Zone interview, I said maybe I'll vacate everything and keep hunting, because I love being the hunter. But you know, it's a good feeling. I'm the emperor. They want to try to get what I got, but they don't realise that I'm a stubborn motherfucker. You can ask my wife, and if they want to come get what I got, then you better be prepared for what Lopez copped last night. I mean, so like I said, I'm going to be an even better fighter now. I'm going to become, you know, that next level, 100 levels better. So you know, the fans are supporting me. I got the world talking, and thank you for the support. And we'll see what's next, but bring on all challenges.
George Kambosos Jr., the morning after a historic night at the Garden. I really appreciate your time on IFL TV. Well done in becoming unified, undisputed lightweight champion, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, to be honest, doesn't really bother me. I got all the belts, so you know, I'm champion of the world. I'm the kingpin of the lightweight division. I'm the champion of the world, and I'm the emperor. So unified, undisputed, unified. I don't give a damn. You know, I got everything.
just a quick message to wrap up to everyone in Greece, to everyone in Australia, and now your fans worldwide.
You know, the support's been amazing throughout this whole preparation. You know, it was a very frustrating time for not only the fighters, you know, with so many postponements, and the fans and the media, you know, the reporters, the journalists, but you know, you guys stuck strong. You know, and I hope last night we gave you a show that made up for the lost time. You know, so thank you for all the support, Australia, Greece. I love you all, and I represent that flag with all my heart, and the world, everyone from around the world supporting me and behind me now. You know, it's good to have that support, and you know, we move on to bigger and better things now.
Thank you very much, George. Safe flight home, and hopefully a massive 2022 for yourself.
Yes, 100%, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you.